Good morning. We are walking at the Colorado State Park, and to my left is Lake Michigan, which I'll show you in a little bit. This was a place that Tim and I and the girls would come, not so much lately, but we used to come here quite often. The water is incredible here, and it's a really lovely place to swim. Having grown up in the Midwest, I think I'm definitely partial to swimming in lake water versus ocean water, but I think any kind of big body of water is just incredible. So the thing that I'm really reflecting on these past few days and this morning, these are all sand dunes, is harvesting, like, you know, when you're with someone in a committed relationship for an extended period of time, your lives really become intertwined, and I think it's, you know, after a while you make choices together, you bounce things off of each other, and I know, like, there's probably things, you know, my life would have looked really different had I never met Tim. Our family life would have looked really different if, you know, he hadn't been such an integral part of it. So now that he's not here with us day in and day out, it just feels like the work at hand is to sift and sort through those parts of me that are I guess, you know, just looking at like who am I separate from Tim? Who am I because of Tim? And who will I be going forward? And what are the parts of us that I'll carry with us? Certainly our girls. You know, but there's a lot about like our lifestyle that we exist in the world in the way that we do because of our influence on each other and our partnership. And I think that's a really beautiful part of marriage. It's a beautiful part of partnership and community, the way that we influence one another. You know, but I think always there's a call back to ourselves, and I feel like I'm kind of being drawn inward to explore and examine and sift and sort and be present too. I was going to go back to work this past week and decided to pursue extending my leave because I could feel like, oh boy, I am not ready yet. And there's a whole lot going on inside of me, and kind of being present and available to serve others in the way that I would need to be in my job just felt like I can't do that yet. I'm just not there. And I've been watching the girls in school, and concentration's been really tough for them because I think they're doing their own sifting and sorting. And, you know, I can feel sometimes their anger, you know, at his absence kind of comes out on me because I'm the one still there. But we've had a lot of good chats about it, and I'm giving them a lot of room. To just be. One of the things that Tim gifted the girls with 2 days before he died It's a gift that we had talked about extensively before and wanted to do this as a family. And then probably a month and a half before he died, we were driving in the car and he just kind of grabbed my hand and said, when this is over and the timing is right, I want you to take them to Italy and do the trip that we've been wanting to do. And I knew, like, I was already planning that, but it was a really beautiful moment when he grabbed my hand and said that. And I felt grateful for the opportunity to talk about it and explore what that trip would look like together. And on one of our weekends up to Door County, just the two of us, I took a notebook and I just had him download all of the things that he was thinking about, and we talked about it together and came up with a kind of a loose itinerary of what the trip would entail and places we'd go. And 2 days before he died, we called the girls to his bedside, and sorry about the wind, it's probably coming through the microphone right now. But he was having a little bit of a rough time speaking, but he shared with them that this was a gift to them, and that at some point he wanted us to take this trip together. And his last comments about it to them were, "Are you happy?" And they both, through their teary eyes, said that they were very happy and that this would be very special to do in honor of him, and that he would very much be with them in their first experience in Italy. So anyways, this past week when I was kind of exploring my not being ready to go back to work, I could feel like, okay, when I'm feeling a little more ready, the trip just started coming up. I thought, why am I waiting? Why are we waiting to do this? I was thinking we would do it in a year's time, but I just started getting a wild idea to do this trip, like now, like soon. And I didn't have anyone to bounce it off of because he's not here. So I just was like looking at it and thinking, okay, this idea is coming up. Is this like an idea that's coming up because I'm a crazy mom, or is this actually like a really legit good idea? So I just decided to kind of start pushing the door of this idea open to see what would happen. And as I pushed, it kept opening. And so, to make a long story short, we have tickets and we are leaving in May, and we'll be gone for close to 4 weeks. And and I'm really, really looking forward to introducing the girls to this whole world that has influenced so much of our lives and our family and our palate and our dinner table experience. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I think it will be a really good and valuable reset for me and for us. It'll be a great way for the girls to connect with this whole part of Tim that, and their own roots. Our last name is DeMarco, and they have roots there, and it'll be really cool for them to get to know, this place that is a part of their DNA in more ways than one. And for me, I've got a lot of adventure in my spirit and in my soul, and I feel like I've kind of lived out that adventure through like supporting Tim in pursuing things that were exciting for him and supporting our family through some pretty big changes. But this feels like an opportunity to just like play, adventure and play and meet people that I've started to form relationships with online and through, virtual platforms and virtual, kind of like just things that I've been involved in and climate work and sustainability. And one woman I plan to meet up with, she wrote a book, and I'm in her book. I submitted a piece of it that she had requested, and so another woman, I'm on her podcast, and I haven't ever met these people in person, so it'll be really beautiful to get to meet them in person. It'll be beautiful to get to meet a lot of the people that Tim studied with when he was learning his craft. And the girls and I will plan on taking some cooking classes and learning the craft ourselves so that we can carry on some of his legacy. And for selfish reasons, so that we can keep eating in the way that we've grown accustomed to. Because that feels like home for us. So, yeah, harvesting feels like the time that I'm in right now. Just harvesting from our marriage and our life together, like the things that I will carry on. And I don't know where this road will lead, but I'm excited to be venturing down it. If you're listening to this and you're in Italy, please message me if you want visitors sometime in the next month or so. We're kind of thinking we're flying into Zurich, and we're gonna venture down along the coastline down to Sicily and then back up and departing out of Rome. So we're going to put in some miles, but I really wanted to give them kind of a full appreciation of the kind of the diversity that you experience when you travel from north to south. So I don't have a lot of set plans other than we're just going. We have plane reservations and we're kind of making it up as we go. So Tim probably would have had the plans very well mapped out, and I'm very much flying by the seat of my pants, but that's kind of how it goes. Alrighty. Just let you enjoy this beach a little bit longer because it's gorgeous. And it's a beautiful sunny spring day here. Happy Earth Day, celebrating our beautiful, beautiful Earth Month. This is a beautiful piece of this planet. All right, bye for now.